Hot take. Sombra was best for the game when her main gimmick was muting ability-heavy heroes. Overwatch is at its healthiest when each hero is a unique tool with distinct advantages and deficits, where each match is about balancing your synergies against their counterplays. Now I could go on and on about how perks punish swapping, meaning heroes need to be more omni-viable, meaning kits, new and old, need to be more generic, but that's a whole separate video. Right now, we're talking about Sombra. I'd like to see Sombra move to support, either Survivor or Tactician, to double down on her most unique tools, manipulating cooldowns and controlling health packs. She's always felt caught between two distinct archetypes, half a stealth assassin and half an ability disabler. But most of the flanker roster, which she isn't a part of, can do what she does more efficiently without invisibility. So that just leaves her hack as her most unique tool. And with its potential as a high impact, low lethality debuff, she would fit right in among supports with abilities like Biotic Grenade and Binding Chains, that set up kills or repel plays. Hack's in a decent spot, but I think it needs just a bit more spice to reach the level of impact as other major support abilities. No, I'm not giving it a full 6-second mute like the days of yore, but it will be stronger without being too frustrating. The initial hack will interrupt and lock out abilities for 1 second, as it does now, while also delaying any active cooldowns by 1 second. For the remaining 7 seconds of its current 8-second duration, any additional abilities cast will incur a 20% cooldown penalty. That'll add at least 1 second to at most 3 seconds to any, and I mean any, ability cast during this effect. This forces her targets to think twice before committing to anything ability heavy, especially since they'll still be revealed for the duration. This lays the groundwork for the ally version. Yep, hacking, or shall I call it jailbreaking, an ally would instantly rush any active cooldowns by 1 second and reduce their max cooldowns by 20%. However, there'd be no minimum, meaning diminishing returns on already low cooldowns, and a lower maximum of only 2 second reduction, as to not make already impactful abilities like Res too much faster. But for the average ability, 20% is still a big difference. As for constructs and health packs, hacking those remains mostly the same. I'd only add that hacked health packs count towards ultimate generation, since her healing output might be a bit lacking. Like Zen, she would have more impact through utility, not so much healing. On that point, Virus was as good a place as any to put more traditional healing into her kit. To be viable, it would need either a second charge or just a faster cooldown, but for now I'll outline the effects and you tell me which would be better. First off, Virus would still do damage to enemies, and have a special interaction with Hack. But instead of doubling the impact damage and speeding up the poison, Hack allows Virus to lock onto and only hit that hero. On impact, it would produce the AoE from her perk, spreading Virus to nearby heroes both enemy and ally. That's because Virus on an ally would work like a brick health pack, applying regen. Healing would be somewhere in that range as well. Maybe 160 over its 4-second duration? Look, besides the hacked health packs, it's really her only healing, and would take a bit of aim if not set up right. However, like with hacked enemies, jailbroken allies would get the same lock on and create the same AoE that spreads Virus, sharing the healing among the team. Both abilities together, she would work well with and against both flankers and tight-knit groups. Anytime there are 2 or more heroes on either side next to each other, a hack Virus combo is sure to provide value. Now, let's talk about invisibility and Translocator. Found them! Get it? Because Ventures... Anyway. I'm going to be controversial, and move support Sombra's invis to her passive, alongside Opportunist. After 5 seconds out of combat, she turns invisible and gains movement speed. Hacking, taking damage, and close proximity reveals her temporarily, while firing primary, casting Virus, and taking sustained damage, I'm thinking 75 within a single reveal, breaks it. She can wait the 5 seconds behind cover to get it back, staying near the team and still providing support, or she can use her Translocator, which I'm also reverting back to the set and recall version to compensate for her buffed invis. It's still a free get out of jail card if you ever get dove or you push too far out of position, but it will need a longer cooldown. Don't panic though, it wouldn't destroy itself on each use anymore. You won't have to camp out far in the back while waiting to reset it. Unless it's destroyed by your hand or a straight drunk grab bomb, it will remain where you left it and you can immediately get back to supporting your team while it goes on cooldown. Passive invisibility will allow her to safely follow her flanking DPS to assist with kills and sustain, or simply stand by to set up hack virus combos on the enemy pushing in. When all else fails, she can TP back to safety behind her team and focus on healing and support until it's time to flank again. Finally, we have E.M.P. If you've been following along, I'm sure you know where I'm going with this. On enemies, a 3-second lockout, 3-second delay, and 20% cooldown fatigue. On allies, a 3-second rush and 20% cooldown reduction. And for everyone, a fresh proc of virus for the whole duration. Not as strong as her weird 25% HP burst, but certainly richer in utility. Oh, and it would still burst barriers and shred shield health, cause why not? Just feels right. And there you have it, a half-decent, far more cohesive support Sombra. I've always loved the unique interactions Hack brought to the game, so I did my best to maximize this tool while synergizing it more with her kit. And at the same time, I think I brought out some of her personality too. A rogue hacker that can just as easily assist those she calls her friends, as she can harm those she sees as enemies. Sadly, I didn't get this out before Season 3 dropped, but they didn't drop their supposed reworks either, so my ideas may yet have some impact. That initial announcement said they're working on Life Reaver 2, but honestly I can't fathom why or for what. If I do a Life Reaver vid, I'd only be throwing out ideas to make him a tiny bit more interesting and unique. Like I said, there's nothing about his kit I think I'd want to address with any seriousness. Not like with Sombra here, or Roadhog prior. But if you're still interested in something like that, let me know in the comments. I had so much fun replying to criticisms and discussing mechanics for Hog last vid, so you will find me in the comments for this one too. Until then, see ya!